This is another video looking into the CTX 3000 by Casio, and again I'm going to continue looking at the controls and buttons and functions on this side of the keyboard, and this time we're going to look at the upper layer button here. At the moment I've just got the piano voice on the keyboard. And if you look on your screen, if you've got a keyboard, it'll say U1. That means upper one. So this is the upper layer. This is the main voice of the keyboard. But if I press the upper layer button, we've now got U2 underneath. And the voice has changed to 2, 2, 3, mellow strings number 1. And we've got a piano voice layered with the strings. So, really useful feature, really adds a lot to the sound of the keyboard by layering up sounds like this. So press it on just by pressing it once. It lights up to 0, 2, and it'll tell you the other sound that goes with it. But you're not stuck with that particular combination. So for instance, let me get away from the piano voice here, and we'll go for something like a piano, an electric piano, which is quite nice. One of these. And again, if I press the upper layer button, it will add the mellow strings. But I can change that now. As long as it says upper 2, I know that I'm changing the upper 2 voice. I'm not changing the electric piano voice underneath. And I can go and find another combination that I like. It's often nice to combine a percussive sound with a more sustained sound. So you've got the percussive sound of the electric piano combined with the string sustain here. But really there's no right or wrong. I mean, here we've got a pizzicato strings mixed with the piano, electric piano. Or this orchestral hit's very short and snappy. Then you've got the sort of sustain, a little bit of sustain from the electric piano. Now the other thing you can do is change the octave. We looked at the octave in one of the other videos. And the way to do that, we're going to get into this function button a little bit more now. So I'm going to press the function button. So I'll just turn the I'll just go back to one voice. So I've got my electric piano voice here. Let's go back to a string voice so you can hear the sustain of the strings. Now what if I wanted the strings to be an octave higher? So I'm going to press the function button, and then these arrows, these sort of cursor arrows, left and right, press them until it says octave. Now the display says octave. I'm going to enter this submenu, and you can see it says 0 U1 oct. So that means upper layer 1 is at 0 octaves. It's not either up an octave or down an octave. So I could move the electric piano up an octave, and the strings have stayed where they are. Or I could move the piano down an octave, and the strings will stay where they are. Let's put the piano back to 0. If I wanted to change the upper 2, then press the arrow again, and now it says 0 U2 oct. So if I change the value here, it'll be the strings that move octave. It's quite nice to get that kind of ethereal sound of the strings very, very high, or maybe a little too high. And again, I could move them below the octave of the piano for more kind of menacing. So there are other features to look at here, but for the moment I'm going to keep this video short and just leave it at that. So have an experiment with combining sounds using the upper layer button here. Of course, once you've got something you like, you can then store it into memory with those octave settings as we've just done. And you do that by pressing the store button and then holding down whichever registration button. Make sure you've selected the correct bank as well. If I move to a different registration, and then back again. In future videos, I'm going to do a bit more tutorials on using the creative side of the keyboard as well. But I hope that gives you a heads up on what to do with the upper layer. And in the next one, I'll look at the split, and then after that, the arpeggiator and auto harmonize. Thanks for watching.